Hello YouTube, it's Ben here, and today we're going to take a close look at a fish that has become more and more one of my favorites, the polystigma, this fellow right here. Believe it or not, this fish is considered a distant cousin to the Oscar. Go figure. I can see a little resemblance maybe in the jaw, the broad lower jaw, the head, but that is his South American cousin, and he's also very similar to the Livingstone and the Venusus. He is definitely a predator, an ambush predator, and will lay on his side and try and look like a dead rotting fish, and then pounce on and eat anything that'll fit in his mouth. So when he starts to reach his size, which is around 10 inches or so, you really can't keep him in an aquarium with anything that'll fit in his mouth, because he is a true predator. And if it fits in his mouth, it will go there. I have a little concern about how he'll end up getting along with his cousin here, the Livingstone, as you can see right there. It was just a big brute of a fish. Continues to grow very well, has great markings. And of course I have some Venusus in here. You can see one right here that has grown quite a bit in just the last few days. Last couple of weeks has put on some good size. They're all doing well. They're all acquiring size very well, coloring up nicely. This fellow here needs to be in a tank of about 100 gallons or more when he starts to get up into his full adult size. You can see a picture here, and also see a couple sources. I just went into your straight Wikipedia, and also went to one of my favorite go-tos, which is the Cichlid-forum.com, to get a little information on this fellow. And you can see some of the pages here. As with most things in the hobby, I suggest you go to several websites and compare information, because sometimes there can be a lot of conflicting info out there. There is a wealth of information on the polystigma. Just do a little search, you'll see for yourself. So high hopes for this fellow. Hopefully he will at some point take on that beautiful blue-green sheen that you see in the photos there. I'm not going to have any females in the tank, but hopefully he'll put on some nice color anyway, even though he's not going to have any females to impress or other males to compete against for a female. But you can see the markings on his body are very nice. The prominence of those markings, when they go into full dress, full breeding dress, of course, they turn into sort of an even color with a blue-green face. Very beautiful, as you saw in the photograph. But these markings, even as a juvie, I think are just absolutely beautiful. And I like his attitude. Not quite as rambunctious as the Livingstone, but still very much very sure of himself, very confident, and certainly not a fish anyone wants to tangle with necessarily. They are in lake-wide distribution, but they do like to be around plants and rocks. Those are the areas where they do like to kind of lay around and look dead, and then ambush unsuspecting fry. In the wild, He's going to like the 135 gallon, of course, because I have plants in there and some rocks. So he'll have best of both worlds, which I think is good for haps, you know, for your, well, really for all cichlids. He'll have places where he can kind of chill, hide, and feel secure, and he'll also have some open water that will allow him to move around a lot. So that is the polystigma, and I really appreciate you folks tuning in. This is actually episode 13, a little out of order. I think I released episode 14 ahead of 13, but that's the way it goes sometimes. The Linny, you can see in the back there, back in the tank, looking good. The you can see the hawk. Dolphins looking good. I mentioned in another video that the NIMBOCHROMIS spectabilis seem to be getting along now. Of course, with cichlids, that can change. You know, that little switch in their brain that I talk about can flip, and we're off to the races again. But they seem to be getting along fine. The Fusco is putting on some nice color and size. You can see here, it's posing for you. And the VC10s are becoming quite impressive. As you can see with that big guy back there. A lot of micro bubbles. For those of you who watch my videos, you know, a lot of surface agitation going on with rotating outputs, rotating heads on the outputs, as well as this guy over here, which is creating some beneficial bacteria with that sponge filter on the power head. And the you can see the super red empresses also looking very, very nice. So things are moving along nicely. All that's left really, I think, is maybe to add a, I might be adding a Malawi gar to this collection. And I might be adding a couple juvie, maybe some juvie eye biters, and hopefully get a nice male out of those eye biters. So we'll see. So there may be some more JUVIEHAPNATION, more juvie haps in the grout tank as time progresses. There's the John Stoney. He's going to be a beautiful fish, assuming the dolphin doesn't kill him. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and there's that Taiwan reef that colored up very, very young, featured in prior videos, and of course the intermedius, or the tetrastigma, however you want to refer to them, Autoferix tetrastigma. At any rate, very, very nice looking fish. Picked that one up from Tampa Bay Cichlids, as I did with the tetrastigma. The polystig was also from Tampa Bay. A good number of them in here were from Tampa Bay cichlids, including some of the red empresses, but a couple of those red empresses were also from Live Fish Direct. And of course, I didn't tag them, so I don't know which one is which, but this one was Live Fish, this one was Tampa Bay. And of course, that beautiful Taiwan reef came from Tampa Bay cichlids that you see there in the back. Okay, my friends, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. You're very appreciated. And I will see you probably in a couple weeks. I'm going to be out of town, so probably no videos for maybe a week or so. Off to watch my beautiful niece tie the knot and get married up in the Seattle area. All right. Thank you so much, folks. Bye-bye.